Well, the US-China trade reset is gaining fresh momentum. One announcement came directly from Donald Trump himself, now that China has agreed to buy 200 Boeing jets. Now, here's a roundup of the biggest economic takeaways from Trump and Xi's meeting so far. First up, Trump has announced during his interview with Fox News that China had agreed to purchase 200 Boeing aircraft. Now, Reuters and Bloomberg also confirmed Trump's remarks, calling it one of the biggest commercial outcomes from the summit. This would mark China's first major Boeing purchase in nearly a decade. Boeing had effectively lost momentum in China, and trade tensions
getting pretty old. Nice place.
All right, on to some live visuals that are coming in from Beijing. President Xi Jinping and Donald Trump, they are touring together in Beijing's Zhongnanhai Leadership Compound Complex. And this is the second day of the American leaders visiting Beijing. All right, those are the live visuals coming in from Beijing, where we can see President Donald Trump and Xi Jinping touring in Beijing, and that's the second day of Trump's visit to China. And he's been meeting the president, and he's also brought with him, as I mentioned earlier, top business leaders from the U.S. These include Tesla's Elon Musk, Nvidia's Jensen Huang, and Apple's Tim Cook as well. And now Trump says it's been a fantastic trade deal that has been made China, and we'll keep getting you more details on this. But that for now, those are the latest visuals coming in from China. And this is the second day of the visit. And we're also expecting deals to be announced. And as we mentioned earlier, Trump says, and Bloomberg and Reuters have also confirmed that a deal with Boeing has already been made, and China is likely to buy 200 Boeing jets. 200 Boeing jets, and this is a major deal, major Boeing purchase in nearly a decade. Now remember, Boeing had effectively lost momentum in China amid trade tensions and the 737 MAX crisis. Also, China is one of the world's largest aviation markets and is expected to need thousands of new aircraft over the next 2 decades. So yes, important developments coming in from China, where Trump and Xi Jinping have been meeting for the past 2 days. And interestingly, remember, Boeing shares also fell following the announcement. Now, before the summit, reports had suggested that Boeing was pursuing a much larger package of up to 500 narrow-body jet fuels, plus discussions around 100 wide-body aircraft. And this backdrop explains the investor disappointment. Meanwhile, if we talk about Nvidia, that has become central to the talks, with AI chips now functioning almost like strategic trade currency between Washington and Beijing. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang joining Trump's delegation became one of the summit's biggest business storylines. Reports suggest that the U.S. may have quietly cleared limited sales of Nvidia H200 chips to select Chinese firms, although shipments as of now remain uncertain. Also, a big theme that's coming out is managed trade. It's the key theme of the summit. Washington appears to be moving away from total economic decoupling from China. Instead, the focus is shifting towards controlled trade channel, selective sector cooperation, and strategic coexistence. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the discussions included proposals for a broad board of trade to manage commercial relations between the two countries. The Trump administration also pushed for higher Chinese purchases of U.S. LNG, crude oil, and agricultural goods as well, like soybean. Bessent has indicated that boosting American exports was a major objective of the summit talks. While key diplomatic issues remain unresolved, both sides are trying to prevent economic fragmentation from spiraling even further.